Are you worried about the pounds you gain during the year? We have a solution for you: intermittent fasting. Since it's super easy to adapt to your lifestyle, we made a comprehensive guide about 4 most popular intermittent fasting methods to lose weight: 16-8 and 18-6 fasting, 1 meal a day, and the warrior diet. Watch till the end, because we'll give essential tips for each fasting method. 16-8 and 18-6 intermittent fasting. We put these two patterns together since their managing principles are quite similar. During 16-8 fasting, you eat during an 8-hour window, and for the rest 16 hours, you fast. During 18-6 fasting, you have to consume all your meals on a 6-hour eating window and fast for 18 hours. Both patterns are really flexible and easy to follow because you decide the most convenient timing of your eating and fasting windows. How to start 16-8 and 18-6? First of all, you need to choose the most convenient timing when to fast and when to eat. Most people choose to fast through the night, skip breakfast, and eat from noon to 6 or 8 p.m., depending on which fasting method you've chosen. How to manage your eating window during 16-8 and 18-6 fasting? These fasting methods don't strictly specify which foods to eat and completely avoid. Yet, it's still really important to focus on healthy eating and limit or completely avoid junk food. The most important rule: eat enough food to make your fasting window easier. You shouldn't consume less than 1,200 calories a day. Otherwise, you'll eventually end up binge eating. It's especially important for 18-6 fasting since the fasting window is longer. To make it easier for you, here's the list that you should include in your daily meal plan. Just be strategic about your food choices. How to start your fasting window? That's easier than you think. During the specific hour, you just stop eating. During the fasting window, you can only drink water and sugarless drinks such as tea or black coffee. Any sugary drink will break your fast, and we're not gonna lie. At first, you will get hungry. It's simply because your body isn't used to going long periods without food. But after a 3 to 5 day transition, it will get easier, and you'll forget about your hunger pangs. How to break your fast correctly? We suggest having some apple cider vinegar before breaking your fast. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons to a glass of water and drink it before starting your eating window. This mix will start to stimulate your digestive tract, preparing it for food. After doing this, you can eat your first meal. We recommend starting with leafy greens like spinach or kale, since they have loads of nutrients and minerals. You can add some olive oil if needed and combine the salad with poultry or fish. Another great option is to eat cruciferous vegetables such as Brussels sprouts or cauliflower, since they are also high in nutrients and fiber. You can also have avocado, nuts, or seeds if you still feel hungry after your meal. Just remember, don't break your fast with high-processed junk food. Also, you should never combine fats and carbs in one meal. This is because combining fats and carbs all together leads to gaining weight. Break your fast by eating one or the other, fats or carbs, with protein. Okay, but which fasting method should you choose? 16-8 or 18-6? If you're a beginner on intermittent fasting, we recommend starting with 16-8 and seeing how it goes. If you have no problem managing your 16-hour fasting window, you can try to extend it. Then you'll have 2 more hours to burn more fat. Also, you'll have 2 more hours to get your insulin levels going down, get into ketosis faster, and induce autophagy. Let's head to another fasting method, which is 1 meal a day, also known as OMAD. OMAD is one of the intermittent fasting patterns that, for some people, may seem quite hardcore. Eating 1 meal a day is exactly what it sounds like. You remain in the fasting window for 23 hours, and then you eat all your food in a 1-hour period. What is the best time to eat 1 meal a day? It's totally up to you. Most people following OMAD choose to only eat dinner, while others choose breakfast or lunch. If you want to try out eating 1 meal a day, you probably shouldn't do it 7 days a week. We suggest following OMAD a few days a week, cycling it in with a less strict intermittent fasting regimen, such as 16-8. How to manage the eating window during OMAD? Getting all the needed calories in only 1 meal may seem quite a challenge. If you struggle to take in enough calories in 1 meal, try increasing your eating window by adding another hour and splitting your meal into 2 smaller meals. This can help you get enough nutrients and calories without becoming overly full. Make sure you eat whole, nutrient-dense foods. Here's the list of foods you should be eating during OMAD. Each meal should include carbs, fats, and proteins. Also, you should limit or completely avoid highly processed foods, such as fast food, sugary baked goods, white bread, soda, and chips. These foods have little nutritional value, and eating them too often can lead to weight gain. But what about the fasting window during OMAD? The rules during the fasting window remain the same as in 16:8 and 18:6 fasting. During the fasting window, you can only drink water and sugarless drinks such as tea or black coffee. Another fasting method that is gaining more and more attention is the warrior diet. The warrior diet is a 20-hour fast, also known as the 24 intermittent fasting. Even though it's called fasting, it's basically a 20-hour under-eating phase. The warrior diet is based on an initial 3-phase plan. So let's briefly discuss how this plan should look if you decide to follow the warrior diet. Phase 1, or week 1, easing into the diet. During this phase, you're reducing the amount of food you eat during the 20-hour period. You basically need to under-eat for 20 hours, and you're allowed to consume these foods that you can see on this list. You can drink water and sugarless coffee or tea with a little bit of milk throughout the day in all phases of this diet. During the 4-hour eating window, you can start overeating to make up for the calories you didn't consume during the day. Stick to healthier choices that you can see on this list. We recommend eating the first serving of food and then taking a 20-minute break. It allows you to respond to your body's satiety signals, indicating whether you're full. If you're still hungry, then eat more of the recommended foods. Phase 2, or week 2, increasing your fat intake. During week 2, you continue under-eating for 20 hours a day, eating the same foods we listed before on week 1. But there are some changes in your 4-hour eating window meals. You can still eat salads with olive oil and vinegar dressing, cooked vegetables, and cheese. But you should replace beans and legumes with lean animal proteins such as meat and fish. Also, you should eat at least 1 handful of nuts, such as almonds, pecans, and walnuts. Remember that you shouldn't eat grains or starches during Phase 2. Phase 3, or Week 3, alternating phase. You will have 1 to 2 high-carb days, followed by 1 to 2 high-protein and low-carb days. Then, you rinse and repeat. On high-carb days, follow the regular under-eating schedule. During your eating window, in addition to the food you were consuming during week 2, eat 1 main carb of your choice. You can choose one from this list. On high-protein days, under-eat as normal. When your eating window begins, eat a salad with oil and vinegar, and then up to 450 grams of animal protein and non-starchy vegetables. During this phase, do not eat grains or starches. But what happens after these initial 3 weeks during the warrior diet? Well, you either repeat the phases all over again, or stick to the 3rd phase. As you get used to the diet, incorporate exercise into your eating window too. Want some more? Watch the video on how fasting benefits your weight loss and how to calculate calories to lose weight.